Hey, what's up, Bob here? So, I've been having some trouble with my windshield on my Fat Boy. Ever since I've had it, is all kinds of head shaking, buffeting. I mean, I'm getting this kind of shake thing. I've put the Fangs on the bike. They look ugly as sin, but they do help. But what I'm trying to do is come up with a solution to where I won't get the head shaking or reduce that at highway speeds without having to have the Fangs on. So what we've done is a couple of things, or we're planning on doing. The first thing I've actually done though is change the mounting of the windscreen. So you can see right now it's actually tilted back slightly at an angle. We've moved this out. And if you look right here, we've taken the mounting point here and we've moved it forward about 1.5 inches with these little brackets. And I did the same thing on the other side. And again, if you look at the profile of the bike now, the windscreen is leaning back. And I think what that actually helps to do is now the air is coming up at a different angle, swirling around, mixing with other air around the bike. And it did help the shaking at say 60 miles an hour, probably by 40%, I would guess. But that's not good enough because I want to ride this at 70 miles an hour on longer trips without being shook up. So what are we going to try to do today to solve this problem? A lot of folks on the message boards have been going this route. They've been putting in,
what the heck is that?
I got off of eBay, but you can get them anywhere. It's a Goldwing vent off the Goldwing 1800s, I think, that they normally have in their front fairings to take the air in and then divert it up or towards you, depending on however you want to do it, because there's this little levery thing over here on the side where you can open and close the vent. So what we're going to try to do today is mimic a little bit of what Harley has done on their wind vent windshields. Now I'm not going to mount them that high. You kind of look, Harley puts them way up into here, and that is, to me, kind of blocks your vision a little bit. Maybe that's why it works so well though, it's up so high. But what we're going to try to do is mount it down a little lower, more down in this area. So stay tuned, I'll be right back and we'll start cutting this screen up. Boom, we're back. So been busy in the meantime here, and what we've done is laid out their template. Now I found the template online, it didn't come with it, but for measurements, this template is supposed to work for that particular model event. So amazing what you can find on the internet, isn't it? So we centered it up and we've got our template on there. So the next thing we're going to do is drill some holes in it, so we have a way to get our saber saw down in there and do its thing, right? So I've got a Forstner bit, and we'll see. I think it'll make a cleaner cut hole through the plexiglass. At least that's what we hope so. So watch, keep your fingers crossed, say a little prayer. Here we go. Whoa, that one worked. That's 2. There's 3. All right, so, we got 4 holes drilled. Let's see if we crack the windshield. Looking good. All right, next step. Looking good. Cut around the template lines using these holes as our starting spots. Wish me luck. All right, are you ready? Let's look at the back side first. I don't see any cracks. Look at that nice little hole right there. That there is what I'm talking about, right? So, next step will be to do some sanding on these edges. But before we do that, we're going to double check and make sure our vent fits in there. Oh, baby. Look at that.
Oh, would you look at that?
So let me do a little bit of final sanding on this and I'll be right back. Hey, you're back. All right. So we've got this all nice and smooth down on the inside. No cuts, no blood, no nothing. So let's take the tape off and just see exactly if we screwed up the window by cracking it. So we're going to put this little deal in. It's got a lip, goes up underneath, and it's supposed to go right in. Look at that, look at that. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. You liking it? Oh, by the way, what I'm planning on doing, if this works, is to have the bottom half of this blacked out. Well, one thing you won't see this as much, but I've seen a lot of the old school looking windscreens from back in the 50s and 60s where this was all black from here below. So what do you think about that idea? Let me know. Give me your thoughts on that. All right, so that's that. Now we're taking this part and we're going to turn it around. I don't know if you can see or not. I can't see. Oh, 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 look at that. Look at that. Now I have to put the screws in yet. But here's the vent I was talking to you about. So you can see how that's going to direct this air up into you or maybe more straight up. There's also some little holes right here in the front that will help to, even if this is closed up, if you're too cold, it's going to be drawing air back in here, again, to help with that negative pressure. But man, so far, I'm liking it a lot. Whew. So this is what it looks like from my riding position. And you can see, again, it's down lower. It's not in my field of vision as if it was up here. So definitely something I like. Here's the lever. So we can have all that air come up and then, or we can adjust it at different preset angles. Here's the front view, overview looking of it. And it really doesn't look too bad considering what it does. And I think the next thing for us to do, let's take this thing for a ride. So, here we are outside. Spin this camera around. What do you think? It doesn't look too bad on there, even without the bottom part shaded. So let's hook up on the handlebars with this camera and just see exactly how well this modification is going to perform. Alright, so folks, I'm out here on the road right now. I'm getting a little bit of head shaking going on with the angled windscreen, but I don't have the vent open. I'm going to open it part way. And it's actually rideable. I'm going to open it up all the way. And that's actually worse. Really seems like it's pretty good halfway. Tell you what, I'm impressed. I mean, we're at 70 miles an hour before my head would be shaking so bad into a wind, and I could not have hardly ridden it. So anyway, I hope you learned something today. It worked for me, it may not work for you, but between it and changing the position of my windshield that I showed you earlier about moving that lower end out, it's made a world of difference for me. I'm going to test this a couple more times over the next 2 or 3 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
So since the original video was made, I've taken the bike out 3 more times on the road at highway speeds, and some of them into a pretty strong 25, 30 mile per hour wind. And the bike is definitely rideable this way. The head shake is minimal. So just wanted to give you that quick update.
Hey, fat face! You stay classy.
And if it continues to work this well, I'm sending back the manufacturer's one that was supposed to be so good about blocking the wind and getting rid of the head shake. So if you did enjoy it, leave a comment. If you didn't enjoy it, leave a comment. If you would, though, while you're down there, hit that stupid lady just about hit me. Jeez. If you would, while you're down there, hit the subscribe button and that ringy-dingy bell. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your cousins, tell your second cousins, tell your mother-in-law, tell your wife. Go ahead and subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Meantime, this is What's Up I'm saying. See ya!